Now let's talk about this headline. Tinubu demands herders to surrender their guns. So the herders are being asked by the president to surrender their illegal weapons. Now let's read the first paragraph. President Bola Tinubu has called on herders to end open grazing, surrender all illegal weapons, and transition to ranching as part of a new national strategy to resolve the long-standing farmer-herder conflict. You're asking the herders, the bandits who are posing as herders, to submit their guns without any pressure. How is that possible? Understand that recently, a lot of abductions were made, and these people who were abducted were released without any arrests of bandits, without any raiding of bandits' camp, without any recorded casualties for the terrorists and the bandits. And now the president is asking the same bandits and terrorists posing as herders to submit their guns. How is that possible? Why are we making so much headlines with no results? Who are we trying to deceive? The president is asking the herders, the bandits posing as herders, to stop open grazing on their own. How is that possible? If it was possible for the herders to stop open grazing on their own, they would have stopped by now. Why is the government not using her powers to make laws banning open grazing in order to curtail the conflict going on in the country? But rather, they are asking the herders nicely to stop open grazing. I need to understand all of these things because it's becoming more complicated and more confusing. It now looks like most of the Nigerians out here are tenants in this country, whereas the bandits and terrorists are the main landlords. Because tell me why the government of Nigeria is refusing to use force on the terrorists and bandits. Tell me why. Tell me why the government of Nigeria is refusing to raid the bandits and the terrorists. Instead, they will rather use the option of negotiations. How do you negotiate with these people and still force them to submit their guns? How do you do that? It's not possible. For you to negotiate with them, it means they're in charge. Who are these bandits and terrorists that the Nigerian government is so careful of? Who are these bandits and terrorists that the Nigerian government is so careful of? Because why are we treating bandits and terrorists as though they are bigger than the government? Or are they? Are they bigger than the government? Because I know for sure that they are not bigger than our military. But of course, the military has to take orders. And so who is going to give the order to the military now to wipe out the bandits and terrorists for real? Because I know that most of our gallant military men are waiting to take vengeance on these blood-sucking animals. But they seem to be protected by our government. That's what it means. Because if that is not the case, why are we asking them nicely rather than using force to gain results?